Hi, I'm Mickey Zeta, and this is Wednesday Night Live with Mickey. I'm glad to have you here. Tonight we're going to talk about holiday anxiety, and we all get it. It's that overwhelm, it's that panic attack. It's like, oh my gosh, you know what, this is a great time of year, but it's also one of the worst. It is such a tough time emotionally for those, especially those of us who have lived in abuse. Even if you've been out for a long time, it's still tough, it's still hard. So what we're going to talk about today is that we can adjust this, we can deal with it, and that it's really a choice. It's something that we can get through, and maybe it's by doing things that have nothing at all to do with the holidays, but we're going to talk about several things that we can do. Hi, Judy. I'm glad to have you here. Is it snowing in Buffalo? I know Jean's anxious to get back home. And John, hi. Man, it sounds like you guys had some horrible storms there in Springfield area the other night, so hope things have settled down for you. It's cold here in Connecticut. We're supposed to get snow on Saturday, and I'm hopeful that happens because it'll look like Christmas. I haven't had snow for Christmas in many, many years, so if I'm going to be cold, at least I should get some snow. So we're going to get back to the anxiety. And what I just said was a good example of how we deal with these things and not let them get to us. I'm not a cold person, but I can look forward to snow. So that's kind of how it works. That's kind of what we're talking about here. I'm going to encourage you to switch from your hi, Lynn. Oh my gosh, good to see you. I'm going to switch from my emotional brain, which is pretty much where I live all the time, to my logical brain, which is what's going to help you and me and other people who need help getting through the holidays. It's going to help us by being more logical. Now, one thing that I think is really important is some of us who've gotten out of abuse, even if it's been a long time, especially if we're living alone here in our lives or with friends or whatever, but it's not our normal family. It's not living with our abuser who, yeah, we've talked about it before. This time of year, all those emotions come back. It's tough, but that's what it is. So we're going to talk about fear of adjusting. That's one of the anxieties. That's one of the, I used to have panic attacks about that, fear of adjusting. I was used to being a part of a big family, and suddenly, a lot of holidays for several years, I was by myself. And so I had to learn, how am I going to deal with this? What am I going to do to make it feel like holidays? And I learned to focus on what I can control. So that's what I'm going to encourage you to do. Focus on what you can control. You cannot control your kids. You cannot control your spouse, your current spouse, even if he's great. You can't control him. And you certainly can't control your abuser. So whatever those people do through the holidays, it's up to you to choose whether you're going to let it hurt your feelings and cause you more anxiety or not. That was a tough, tough lesson to learn, but I finally got it. And what I realized was that I had to do what I have to do to make it through the holidays in a happy spirit and feeling like, okay, I can do this. There were a couple times I just didn't think I could even get through it. So anyway, focusing on what we control and let go of what's out of our control. That's really the key. I'm going to give you a couple of examples, a couple of things that you can do that will help. And one is to master relaxation. Even if you're at work, if you're working during the holidays, mastering relaxation is so important because we can do it just in a couple seconds. If you're in an office, I would suggest closing your door and just sit in your office chair behind your desk, put both feet flat on the floor, and just breathe. Just breathe in and breathe out. And you can make up your own little mantras that go with that. Breathe in joy and happiness. Breathe out negativity. I was at a retreat this weekend, and one of the things we learned, and I've never done it before, but it makes so much sense, it was to breathe in fresh and clean and white air and light, and breathe out gray. Breathe out that negativity and that anxiety and that panic that we tend to hold. So I'm going to suggest that. And oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Just breathe in light, and breathe in what you imagine to be real clear and beautiful and crystal light, and breathe out gray. And do that until what you're breathing out is crystal clear light too. And you know what? You can do that in like 2 minutes. You can do it in your office. When you're at home and you have more time, you could do it, you know, for 5 or 10 minutes. It's so amazing. It totally relaxes us. You can try yoga if you've never done that. Look for upbeat things that you enjoy doing, things that lift your spirit. And maybe it's something you've never tried before, and that's a gift to you too. If you've never tried yoga or you've never tried meditation, Google those things. Give it a shot, because I think you'll enjoy it, and it'll help you get through the holidays. And it could become a great habit. It could be something that you embrace for the rest of the year. So I think that's good. Google whatever. Check out whatever it is that sounds like it would be nice for you to relax, a gift for yourself. And then choose one or two that you enjoy doing. And it doesn't have to be anything like that. My mom used to knit. She would knit on her way to work and back. She worked, she rode the bus. She worked in downtown Chicago, and she rode the train, not the bus. She rode the train. And she started knitting, and she started knitting scarves for everybody at Christmas time. And it was great for her. It was something she could do that was kind of mindless. I guess you count when you knit. I don't know. I'm not a knitter. It makes me crazy. But it relaxed her. So there may be something like that you could try. Learn something that maybe you haven't tried before, but you think it'll be interesting. So that's what I encourage you to do. You could, if you live where it's not snowing, where it's not cold, if you live in Florida or places south, take slow bicycle rides. Do it after work or whatever you can, whenever you can. Decide to just schedule it and do it, because we talk about those things and we never get them done. So do that. You can Google books and download things to read, things that you would encourage. Create an alternative family for the holidays. Gather some friends together and do an impromptu or a planned potluck dinner and have everybody over. It doesn't have to be on Christmas, but just something to do for you to break the old traditions, to change how you feel and make things different. Read, sleep, watch movies, do whatever it is that you want to do, and to reduce the anxiety and the depression that sometimes moves in during the holiday time. Again, the choice is yours. We can sit and just wallow in sadness and in depression and in feeling sorry for ourselves, or we can let go of that victim mentality, switch into something that's fun, switch into something you enjoy doing. Watch movies. I wouldn't recommend Hallmark movies. Those are kind of depressing because they always turn out fine, and that's not real life. So if you like Hallmark movies, watch them. But if you're looking for something that's more real, I'd suggest going some other direction. So it's just my opinion. I am going to, next Sunday, this coming Sunday, is series lesson number 5 in a series of 8. And this Sunday, I'm going to be talking about learning how to be selfish. And you know what? Learning to be selfish is kind of fun. Don't look for validation. Don't allow the guilt to come in. Learn to be selfish. Say no. Set time for yourself. So tonight we're talking about mastering relaxation and knowing that that there is anxiety, there is stress in the holidays, and we have a choice. Sometimes it gets us, but don't. My friend used to say, don't build a condo there. So move on through. Next week, or on Sunday, we're going to be talking about how to learn to be selfish. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm going to encourage you to go to my website, survivingabusenetwork.com. There's a list there that you can download. It's called Was I Really Abused? It's free. You just click there, enter your email address, and you'll get it. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas. You can see I've got some Santas on my mantle up there behind me. I'm pretty excited. I think tomorrow night we're going to decorate our tree, so I'm excited about that too. Do whatever you need to do for yourself, and survive the holidays. You've got this. You have got this. Thanks for being here with me tonight on Wednesday. I will be back on Sunday, 7:30. See you then.